Are we good?
It says Hollow Knight Tournament. It says Hollow Knight Tournament. You
We
might
we
have
are
to do it, Jake.
we are good and we are alive.
Okay.
Jake, can you set the title and game, please?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right. Should I do the intro though?
Yeah, go
Yes, yes,
ahead.
All right.
please.
All right. It looks like we are live now. Sorry about that. So, hello and welcome everyone to our Speedruns Learn Quick community spotlight here, where we highlight a variety of speedrun events. And this is actually the first spotlight that we are doing, and we're happy to be hosting weekly Multitroid Races for our spotlight today. I'm looking forward to an awesome event. And at this point, I'll turn the stream over to the real GR Bo and Papa Schmo to get on with the races. So good luck, everyone, and let's have a good event here.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jake, and welcome to Super Metroid Multitroid. We're having a race today between a couple of teams. If you're not familiar what Multitroid is, you may be familiar with the fact that Super Metroid is a one-player game. But today we are doing some co-op action. So we have the team on the left here in the orange borders. We've got Kuru in the top left and RK in the bottom left. And then we've got Kevnastics in the top right and SirCabby in the bottom right. They are going to be acting as a cooperative team throughout the Super Metroid world. And what that means is that they will share ammo. So if one team member fires a missile, the other team member loses a missile. They will share health. They will share items. And they will also share completion. So if there is a boss beaten by one, the other one will get credit for the same boss. So theoretically, if these teams work together well enough, they can finish the game in half the time. So it's going to be crazy. I'm super excited about all of this. I love Multitroid. It is super fun to watch and even more fun to participate in. How you feeling about this, GR?
I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think you did a really good job with the explanation there. Thank you to Speedruns Learn Quick and the good Jake Bird, Grave Ash, everyone over there for letting us use your channel for a restream. And yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good race. Yeah, again, feeling great about it. We're almost ready to start here.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Have a few people left to ready up.
we're doing the SRL thing. So everybody's getting their stuff ready. We've got our forerunners ready here. There are actually I believe two other teams racing that we don't see on screen currently. So there could be some other winners in the background, but we'll keep you up to date with that information. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. Um, I know that the Kuru and RK are familiar with working with each other. They definitely have a good synergy going on. Kevnastics not a newcomer to Multitroid by any means, and SirCabby I believe has dabbled as well, so they'll have some experience as well. But I believe this is their first time working together, so we'll have to see how that dynamic plays out. You have any predictions or anything, GR, that you think might
Uh, I have a prediction that this is going to go very well, hopefully.
for everyone? Everyone will.
For everyone, I hope our layout works. You know, it's been
That's
it's been battle tested, so I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm sure we're gonna see some all sorts of goodies on the screen here. Just to let you know, the spots that are blank right now, the kind of the black rectangles above and below the runner's names here, that's going to be the tracker. Once the multi-troid session starts, that tracker should activate, and we'll get to see what that will account for both team members. So it'll show you what they get in basically real time. So.
you're gonna be starting in 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and of course we do have a little bit of a stream delay, except for the tracker. That'll actually be on point. So if you're a little bit keen, you might be able to see what items are coming up in the future. But here we go. We are off.
Mostly synced up.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
mostly.
So
Um,
again,
yeah.
go
So
ahead.
yeah, this is Multitroid. Again, PowerShell gave us like the really great breakdown of everything here. But yeah, we got Kuru and RK And we got Kevnastics SirCabby. 25 seconds into the race here. It looks like we have the runners doing some pretty smart movement already.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a moonfall on the left there. One thing you'll notice is that one set of the runners here aren't doing anything. They're just hanging out. They're standing there. Why are they standing there? Well, they're waiting for their partner to grab Morph Ball, and as soon as they grab Morph Ball, of course the other partner gets it, and they're gonna turn into the Morph Ball and go right down into Bomb Teresa's lair to try and go snag whatever item is down there. Except they didn't get Morph Ball because, of course, this is a randomizer. So the first.
Oh, real quick. Speaking on the topic of randomizer, let me go over the logic here.
Go for it.
Well, I thought I had the logic pulled up, but I did not.
It's all right. We'll give you
There we
a
go.
quick just. Oh, there's the Morph Ball.
So Morph Ball on the ceiling. So quick thing about Dash. Developed by some really smart dudes or in the Super Metroid community. There's a few unique changes that Dash does. Number one, bombs can open up the wreck ship reserve location if you wall jump up the spike wall thing and lay a bomb at the top. It'll open up that bomb block. Spazer will open up the waterway and bot wound hallway speed blocks. Samus, you might see them hold down charge beam from the start. You're like, where'd they get charge beam? So Dash starts with a starter charge beam that does 1/3 charge damage. So if they don't find any other beams, including charge, it could be a 900 shot Mother Brain fight, which the runners don't want. And one more thing about charge beam: pseudo screws and SBA special beam attacks will still do full damage with the starter charge beam. So you can still do like what you do in any percent with the Ridley. I think you guys use SBAs there.
Sure. Yes. Then that's a kind of a special combo that you can do in Super Metroid where you use power bombs and the charge beam to activate kind of like a secret ability. But what I've noticed already here is we've got Space Jump acquired by Kuru and RK, and then we've got Screw Attack acquired by Kevnastics and SirCabby there. So already a difference in route and items, and we're going to see how that plays out.
It's like we're seeing the building maze from the Kevnastics SirCabby side. I
Yes,
believe it's Kevnastics on top and SirCabby at the bottom.
that is correct. Yes. So
Okay.
the top name is the top window, and the bottom name is the bottom window, and of course the
We
colors
saw
match up.
Cabby wait there at BT for a second. They might have thought that there was going to be a fight.
Yes, in the code of this game, it checks to see if you have bombs, and if you have bombs, it will activate Bomb Teresa to fight you. But in randomizers, it's very less likely for you to have bombs when you go in there, so you could just leave without fighting them. It's a pretty neat little thing to have when you don't have to go up against that guy.
Ooh. Kev getting stuck in the water there. To get out of there, you either have to do a very, very tight ledge grab, which Kevin has to hold off, or you can do a wall jump when the water's a bit lower.
Yeah, another thing to mention, you might see these runners crouch before they jump, and the reason for that is so that they can jump just a little bit higher. I guess there's some logic
Oh,
in the code that says, hey, you're crouching, you got more spring in your jump, so we're going to give you a little bit more
yeah.
elevation on that.
Looks like we're seeing Gauntlet from both of our sides here.
Yeah,
There's one. This is a major minor split. So majors are swapped majors, and minors items are swapped minors. Stuff like missiles, power bombs, supers get swapped.
yep,
All like stuff like high jump ice.
And if you're not familiar with Super Metroid, what we mean when we say major and a minor is basically every time you see a little what are they looking? They're called chozos, but they look like little statues that are holding little balls in their hand. That's generally a major item for the most part of the game, but it just means in the vanilla game, if you were to find a major item in that location, you'll also find a major item in the randomizer, but of course it'll be randomized.
So it looks like Guru is doing a lot of the Big Pink checks here. We call it Big Pink, Pink Brinstar, in case you're not familiar with Super Metroid. Looks like misses the Green Gate glitch first.
Yeah, gets it on the second try. That's
Um,
what he just did there, Kuru in the top left, is used his speed as he's shooting a super missile to shoot a super missile kind of off screen through the little gate that you're seeing him go through now and hit that little blue switch. It's a little clip that you can do if you set yourself up right to do it. And now we've got Kevnastics picking up that space jump. So now they've got space jump and screw attack. That is
and
a
they have
awesome
15
combo.
power bombs, too.
Yes. Yeah, the two they have there, space jump and screw attack, is going to make a lot of sections of this game much easier to go through, especially lower Norfair, which we'll see coming up pretty soon. That's where Ridley, if you know of Ridley and you're not familiar with Super Metroid, but you know of Ridley, that's where Ridley resides.
Yeah, and wow, already heading to the first really different major area of the game called Wreck Ship. There's a boss called Fantoon here. Uh, Supposedly Mother Brain's malevolent consciousness.
Th-
That's actually a thing.
That's a
You
fair
read
that's
into
a fair
Nintendo.
description.
Yeah,
I'm gonna agree with that description. I like it. We're gonna go with it. Yes,
yeah.
and so the whole of Wreck Ship that you'll see in the bottom left here as RK is coming up on this the ghost with the most, as it's sometimes called, because this is kind of some sort of elephant ghost that we call Fantoon. You have to beat him in order to activate the power into Wreck Ship, so you can't really go anywhere until you beat this guy. And there's not a save that's very close. There is a save
Do
in Wreck
you
Ship, but it's out of power.
do you want to know why the power's off?
Go, I would enlighten.
So again, more Fantoon lore in case you haven't read Nintendo stuff. Or Fantoon actually drains the power of of the ship to, be all Fantoony.
Yes, Fantuni, also another technical term, but does check out. Uh,
does does check out.
RK looking like he's having no problem with Fantoon, doing a lot of good Doppler strats. The Dopplers.
Ooh,
Oh, we have, yes, a
plasma beam
plasma
at
at the
extra.
X-ray location. That check is actually a little bit out of the way, and a lot of runners won't go to check it because it's kind of a time sink. But paying off for Kuru and RK here. Very nice find.
Uh, RK taking out Fantoon, no problem. As we see SirCabby about to do the same thing. Bit lower on health. I'm not really worried. There's an E-tank right here at Edikins.
Yeah, that's again a great reminder to have. Is look, we have SirCabby going into Fantoon with two energy tanks. Oh, well, just got a third one because Kev just gave him one. But that he's in a boss fight, and you got to watch your health in a boss fight. Not only do you have to do that, but you have to tell your partner as they're talking behind the scenes, "Hey, I'm going into Fantoon. I'm going to take some damage. Please don't take any extra damage so we can live through this fight. Because if one runner dies, the other runner dies too. They share the energy."
SirCabby and Kevnastics both being really good Super Metroid runners on their own as well. So I expect to see some really nice gameplay from them.
Absolutely.
Uh,
And again,
the-
this
Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say, and again, this space jump and screw attack is gonna give them a little bit of an edge moving through some of these rooms. So we'll see how that kind of affects their overall speed across this run. So
All right, we are gonna about to see Kraid over on Kuru's side as we see the end of Fantoon closer to Cabbies, and Kevin is going to do the Brinstar checks.
yep, coming back down here. This is usually where charge beam is, but instead we find a reserve tank. Some people call those trash cans because of how much they do not like them. Ooh, we picked up
And
speed
Speed
booster.
Booster. I forget that item location.
That's the wreck ship E-tank there.
Thank you.
And you have to go through the what is called the spiky room of death. Nice little D boost from RK moving through this room here. Gets caught up a little bit by the water, but he's doing all right.
So real quick, I want to take tension off this because it's going to happen really quick. Kuru is going to do something called Kraid Quick Kill. You involves shooting 2 missiles and shooting 3 super missiles. And what that does is that it stuns locks Kraid's mouth open. And if you do it just perfectly. Otherwise, you take Kraid prom, which nobody wants to do.
Yeah, I'm not even
So
sure
yeah,
how that saying came up, but yeah, that's the Kraid. You don't want Kraid to stand up if you're crafty enough, and even while you were going through the first sentence of that explanation, Kraid went from
yeah.
appearing to just being gone, and that's how fast you can do it. If you
That's
don't,
why I wanted to get it done really quick there.
yeah.
Not quick enough.
Kevnastics is going to be happy to see what he finds behind X-ray here and pick up that plasma beam. You see, he's putting power bomb to check to see if he wants the item, but of course
Just a
he's
trash can at right side.
right side supers on wreck ship.
Yeah, just a
Pick,
trash can.
Picking up a little wave beam on Kuru's screen there in the top left. That is fairly helpful. Not only does it give you some extra firepower, but it also gives you logical access to some other places you wouldn't normally have.
Logical. There is no logic here. What are you talking about?
There's some logic somewhere in here, but this could require some hell runs and some Meridia. Hell runs is where you go to portions of the game that would normally cause you to take damage because you don't have the Varia suit or the gravity suit to mitigate that damage, and so you just go in there and you constantly take health, and that's actually what Kuru is doing on the top left right now. You'll notice that health is just going down. And of course, RK is sharing that health as he's dangling across spiky terrain right now. Hopefully, he does not fall down because that might
That would be
spell some
really
certain death.
unfortunate, but it would certainly benefit the other runners here.
Yeah, now they're feeling good because they picked up an E-tank, which refills their energy. So they has shaken off a little bit of potential death stuff there, but I'm sure they were all right. They had 2 tanks. These guys are pros.
I'm sure SirCabby and Kevnastics feeling really good about that speed booster right now as we see uh Kev going into Kraid about now. And while I assume that SirCabby's going to finish out Wreck Ship and head probably, if I could predict, to Norfair.
Well,
Or if Gravity Suit's here in Wreck Ship, then that'd be really good too.
yeah, well, they none of these teams still have found the Varia suit or the gravity suit, and unless you're pretty capable of doing some hell runs or doing a suitless Meridia, where
Uh-oh.
you're
Okay.
underwater, you're not going to have a good time down there. So I think these runners are still looking for some of those suits. They've checked a lot of places, so I wonder where
Now,
else they haven't checked that it could be.
I believe there is something in Dash. Let me just check this real quick. I believe Dash Logic can expect you to do hull runs with
Oh
a certain
yes,
amount of E-tanks, and it can also expect you to do suitless
that's correct. So
up
those, yeah,
to bot lane.
those suits could be in Norfair or Meridia, which would be very entertaining to see. Because some of that movement being in those places without the suit that you're supposed to have is really, you got to be clever with your movement. It's pretty good stuff. So maybe we'll see a little bit of that.
And of course, we get a bot in the chat posting a link. So yeah, SirCabby seems to be thinking along the lines with the major, not major minor, the full randos that they're used to.
Yep. There's the other way that you could play this if you're not too familiar with randomizers. Instead of having those major items still at the same major items, you could just have every single location, major or minor, just be completely randomized, which is another way to play this. So if you're used to one and not necessarily used to the other, you might have to adjust on the fly a little bit.
We have a good tank at Norfair Reserve.
Not trash can, regular can.
Regular can, yeah. Energy can. I don't
Yes.
know a nice name for that, but yeah, it's a regular can. Helpful again because they're doing hell runs, running a little low on health, and still pushing through.
doing their thing for sure. Where do we have Kevnastics going? Okay, he's going into Norfair. He's going to do some of those checks that RK just did. Not going to find any suits there though, unfortunately. So still going to continue the search. Meanwhile, we have a speed check coming up in Kuru's side. I don't think we have looked there yet. So maybe we'll find a gravity suit.
Yeah.
There's two
Any of the
checks.
suits could be here. We're seeing basically the same checks we saw before, so we're not really covering it much on the other side.
Yep, everybody just looking right now, just searching
Ring
for
ball
these
at
suits.
speed. Now that could mean something. Spring ball. That could mean some suitless Meridia action here.
And we got some X-ray pickup there. So if the players can find charge beam, we'll see with the charge plasma and X-ray combo, you get
Actually,
to
remember,
utilize the
the
microwave beam, which allows us to kill bosses really quickly, and is very nice to watch. So hopefully we'll get to see that.
Papa, if you remember, they do start out with that starter charge, which can still do
Do microwave. Thank you for
yeah.
reminding me. Yes, indeed, absolutely. So yeah, left team equipped with microwave. So once they get to maybe Dragon, we'll be able to see some of that in action.
Again, I'm still a little worried about that spring ball because it could still mean like suitless Meridia action.
Yeah, spring ball is a nice item to have. One of the things that it lets you do, is what my co-commentator is referring to here, is the spring ball jump, and it allows you to kind of turn off spring ball, jump in the air and morph as you are pausing the game. And then once you pause, you turn it back on, and then you can kind of do an extra jump in the air as long as you're in that ball form. It's pretty nifty to watch. Um, and it can get
Oh,
you through places.
oh.
What did we find? What happened? I didn't see it. What's going on? Talk to me,
Huh.
Goose.
Well, we saw RKC try to do something very interesting. RKC was trying to set up a spike suit. Didn't get
Off.
it set up, but they were trying to set up a spike suit.
Okay, that's interesting.
You
Where
can actually set up a spike
and
suit
and
off of
and
the
here we go.
spikes.
Speaking of suitless Meridia, that's probably why he wanted the spike suit. He was trying to maybe. Oh, he got the spike suit and he just accidentally activated it. I'm sure he does not feel
Oh,
good about that right now. That is rough stuff there.
ooh.
I feel for you, man.
Without high jump, you're gonna have to spring ball jump up there.
Yeah, he's trying that spring ball jump right now. So if you wanna see what that is, look in the bottom left runner section. Meanwhile, Kuru making very short work of our friend Crocomire in the top left with the plasma charge beam. It only takes one shot because you're not supposed to be in this part of the game with that amount of firepower. So we'll say bye to Crocky. It was nice to see you. While meanwhile, we snag a little bit of grapple beam.
That's even more suitless proof right there.
Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, they're already going for suitless for sure. I'm sure RK is happy to have that. That'll make it a lot easier to get through. I wonder if Kevnastics and SirCabby will venture in to the suitless Meridia section. I know Kevnastics
So
can do
they
some
may
of
have
that.
to.
Yeah, it looks like they might be trying some lower Norfair. No, they're going to Croc, just like Courier did just now. So they're gonna go check some Crocage. Got a little Kojak super action, which is just another way of saying you shot a super missile into a place you did not want to shoot it.
Usually the opposite of where you wanted to shoot it.
Yeah.
The complete opposite of the room, in my experience.
Named after a runner. The term Kojak was named after a runner. I'm not sure how he feels about being named after an accidental super shot, but I guess they used to do that a lot. Getting a grapple check.
Strangely, skip and grapple.
And there is our gravity suit, hidden all the way behind Crockemeyer.
You see RK just immediately just bolt.
Hey man, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because yes, RK was trying to get through Meridia without the suit, and then found the suit that lets you move freely underwater, and all of a sudden he's going,
Yeah,
50
that
times as
suit,
fast.
that item had to be one of two things: ice beam or high jump.
Meanwhile, they're snagging Charge Beam, and that's a really good find because although you have the starter charge, 1/3 the damage is really, I mean, that's times 3 the amount of shots that you're gonna need, and it it may seem okay, but when you get into a Ridley fight and you're shooting times 3 the amount of shots, it starts to feel real long, real fast, and if you're not ready for it, it can definitely cause a death.
We're not. We seem to be checking a lot of mine locations. Maybe they're not comfortable with their ammo situation on the right side here.
I mean, that makes sense. They only have 15 supers, and they don't have they haven't found charge yet over there in Mama Turtle location. So I would feel a little bit iffy about my ammo too. I need definitely some more missiles than that. At least 50 would be comfortable for me. I'm not a super expert or anything.
Ooh,
Oh, there we go. Gravity suit.
we're gonna see Cabby go
Oh, here comes the
straight
microwave beam.
to Meridia, while we're probably gonna see Kevin go straight to Lower Norfair.
So that microwave beam was in the bottom left that we were talking about before. Basically, what you do is you shoot a charged plasma shot, and then you pause the game by using your X-ray scope. It pauses everything, and it even pauses your shot. But your shot continues to do damage to the enemy that you shoot it at. So it's just
Yeah.
constant damage, and it just fries enemies within seconds.
Elaborating more on that, Super Metroid runs the game at 60 frames per second, and well, more like 59.94, but basically 60. Plasma Beam will do damage once every. I think it's does damage every frame or once every few frames. So pulsing that X-ray like that, you're just ensuring that each frame that it pulses, that it does an additional bit of damage to the boss. The only bosses it works on, it only works on Phantoon, Botwoon, and Dragon, and it will work on the metal space pirates.
Yes, Ridley doesn't care about your microwave beam. He's the super boss of this game. Doesn't care what kind of microwave action you have. It doesn't depend on the wattage. Doesn't matter. So yeah, here we go. Speaking of Ridley, we've got one team on the Kuru side, top left, making their way to Ridley right now. Making the way through Amphitheater. This is can be a scary room. If you, especially without high jump, if you mess up a space jump and you fall back down, there's lava, there's acid rising in the very bottom. And you get stuck in there and you can't move very well, and all of a sudden you're dead. Luckily, he makes it out. Oh, and we've got a little spike suit action on Kuru's side, and he accidentally sparked it again. I'm sorry, Kuru.
And that is unfortunate for them. And just an E-Tank here at Ice. I believe we saw that before. And speaking about Ice, we just got Ice Beam over down on RK's side. That's just further proof that Meridia sucked this seed.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't very friendly, that's for sure. So that takes Kuru and Arcade down to 3 bosses down and 1 to go. And Kevnastics and SirCabby's still have Dragon and Ridley. So they've got 2 bosses left to go before they're able to make their way to Mother Brain. So depending on how this goes, there's still time for some time and distance to be saved between these 2 teams. But let's see how it plays out.
So yeah, we're gonna see Kevnastics go straight into Meridia like I predicted earlier. Strangely, it worked out. But Kevnastics is gonna go into Meridia, do a few Meridia checks, while we're most likely gonna see SirCabby do some of those hell runs I was talking about through Lower Norfair. I'm gonna guess Varia is going to be behind Ridley.
Yeah, another thing to note about being in a heated area without the Variasuit, one thing about Dash is that it actually changes the amount of health that you lose by being in these areas. So it says, hey, you've got Gravity Suit, we'll take it a little bit easier on you, and we'll lessen the amount of damage that you take while you're down here. So it's a nice little addition from Dash.
Some other little interesting uh, fixes to the game Dash does. It also gets rid of a few things out of the game, such as GT code, spacetime, and it also gets rid of a few other bugs in the game, like heat damage speed echoes. It just fixes a few things in the game that were bugged. You see a Ridley fight here. Still gotta be a little careful.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking the damage. His partner doesn't seem to be in a pretty dangerous spot, so I don't think he's going to take any extra damage, but we do have Ridley down.
And it looks like we're gonna be seeing G4 here for uh, RKC and Kuru coming up.
Yeah, see, that's it's what's so cool about Multitroid. It's like you've just beaten the last boss, and your partner is already set up to go to Mother Brain. It's not you don't have to make your way all the way back up. You just hey, you're on Ridley. Okay, I'm going straight to Mother Brain. Even though we haven't beaten Ridley yet, I'm just that coordination. It's so much fun, and it's just really cool to be able to do that after you've been used to playing Super Metroid, by yourself for however long. I highly recommend anybody who wants to give this a shot. It's a really really easy setup to do. It'll probably take you about 10 minutes, and if you come on over to the Multitroid Discord, we will definitely be able to help you out. Just ask in chat, and we'll get you set up. Meanwhile, here comes that G4 that GR was talking about right here. Statues are already down, and randos, you don't have to wait, what is it, like a minute, full minute, minute 15 for those statues to drop while you ponder your life. See what kind of Torian we have for RK here. One thing that's pretty interesting is that Kuru now has to make his way out of Lower Norfair while he's taking some damage. These key hunters do a ton of damage. Meanwhile, RK is trying to make their way through Torian. They got to be really careful about how much damage they're taking. If RK accidentally gets hit by, I guess hit the Metroids just kind of latch onto you, and they just constantly suck damage, suck energy out of you. So it's a little bit of a slippery slope. They do have a lot of energy tanks, so I don't foresee any crazy issues, but just something to keep in mind. Dragon getting
Oh, a nice X-ray. Frying the fish. Here we go. Dragon down.
That's a shrimp, sir. That's a full-on shrimpy shrimp. Fried shrimp.
Listen, I did not come here today to debate if Dragon is a fish or a shrimp.
Okay, I didn't know if seafood was on the table for topics, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. Dragon is a Metroid. That's the official. Oh no.
Okay. Yes,
Oh.
he needs to get into Bubble Mountain really, really quickly. He has to get into this room really, really quickly.
Oh,
okay.
That was interesting.
Okay. All right.
That was a bit scary.
Yeah. Take a deep breath, everyone. Yeah. So that arcade screen, that cutscene has you're supposed to go down to 1 energy during that cutscene because the baby, if you can't do what's called the baby skip, it'll take you down to 1 energy. Meanwhile, Kuru is in a place that's constantly taking damage, so they could just drop below 1 energy really quickly. Nice speed Zeb skip on Kuru's side. He actually,
Man, they need to get their health back up here.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
Kuru was trying to
quick.
farm. Yeah, Kuru was trying to farm. I realize we're kind of talking a lot about the left side team here, but it's just really close to taking a death. And if they take a death, then our team on the right here is back in the game for
Uh-oh.
sure.
Uh-oh. Nice health here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. If Kuru can get, oh goodness, those onion rings are a
I'll
little
handle.
close.
I got commentary for a second. So yeah, if RK can handle not dying here for a bit, that's pretty good. They're probably gonna try to do an energy refill here at the bottom of the tower. While we are going to see a few more Meridian checks from Kevnastics and SirCabby, just checking a left side sandpit. A lot of items here, and there's the various suit at left sandpit. That'll help out SirCabby and Kevnastics out a bit. We're about to see Ridley on SirCabby's side, while we're going to see Mother Brain being killed here on the left side. We're going to do a little glitch called stand-up glitch. It involves damaging yourself down to a certain point and then letting, Mother Brain do her thing. Then you're going to see Arcade just kind of bouncing up in the air there. The game does a check to make sure you're on the ground during this cutscene, and if you're not on the ground, bad things happen. And then once you do that, you can start shooting Mother Brain again. Get a few shots in towards the next stage of Mother Brain called Mother Brain 3. It'll be over really quick here. We're about to see Ridley over on SirCabby's screen, bottom right. They're doing pretty well in this race, keeping up with the race, pretty well. We're about to see Kuru leave Meridia, and we're going to see Kevnastics leave Meridia as well. The same way, Kevnastics is going to head straight towards Turian and his Mother Brain there. And the Ridley fight starts with SirCabby. Just going to fire off a few supers there, and then they're going to use the Charge Ice Wave Plasma combo they have. Take some damage off Mother Brain here. Mother Brain, Ridley. Man, I'm getting myself confused. But yeah, get some health off Ridley, kill Ridley, and that's about it.
All right, so it looks like we got through stand-up glitch on
Yeah.
on Arcade's side. You can soft lock yourself there one of 1,000 ways. So the fact that they are through is definitely a good sign. Ridley's looking pretty dead. Their super count was really low, so they can't kind of use supers for this Ridley fight. Yeah, Ridley's dead. They just need to get picked up here. And meanwhile, we've got an escape going. And all our Kuru has to do is just hang out the ship, maybe, have a drink, play some Switch or something. I don't know. He's just gonna sit there and chill. But both players do have to finish. So this isn't just, oh, we got one player at the ship and now we're all good to go. Both players have to
All
finish in order
right.
for this to get done. So GG to Kuru, or maybe
Kuru.
1G so far.
Yeah, so Kuru finishes an official SRL time of 33:57. We'll have to see the team done that's going to happen here soon for the official Team 1 done. We're doing Lower Norfolk escape here for SirCabby. Hopefully they make it out before the escape sequence starts. I have full faith that they will. While Kevnastics is making quick work of Turian, already finishing up with the first room of Metroids and second room here.
Yeah, luckily they don't have to deal with the constant damage that Kuru and RK were, because they snagged that Various suit in the sand
Yeah,
pits of
that's
Meridia.
very good. And Team 0 kilobytes per second has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 35:11. GG Team 1. And we will
GG's.
ask if they'd like to be brought in for an interview.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out and see what their thoughts were during the course of this, how they felt when they couldn't find any suits, and how RK felt about those unfortunate spike suits and that suitless Meridia. Yeah, I'd definitely like to hear some of their thoughts, so we'll see if we can get them in here.
I asked them in the SRL while we are working on. Looks like we're going to be doing baby skip here.
Yeah, SirCabby playing it real safe. Does not want to take any damage from this acid because he's about to drop to 1 health. So he's just going to sit at the door while this cutscene goes, and then Kevnastics can refill their health because it just takes one little pinky toe, and the acid to cause both of them to die.
Yeah.
Hey, it looks like we got RK. GG's, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
So how'd you guys feel about that seed?
Could have been better.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Looks a little rough. I have one moment in particular I want to ask you about. How'd you guys feel with that baby there? That baby Metroid?
How did I do what?
How'd you guys feel about the baby Metroid? The Turian stuff mishap that happened there?
It wasn't really mishap. That's kind of standard operating procedure.
Okay. Yeah, we weren't exactly sure because we know you went down to 1 health at some point, and Kuru was like just right before Bubble Mountain, so you were still taking slight damage without the Varia suit there. So we were trying to figure out how exactly you kept it at 35.
Yeah, the room before single chamber is where the reserve triggered.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we knew I had the reserve, so that's safe. The only problem is that after I did the Slaughter's refill, we don't get any reserve. So after Rainbow Beam and stand up, we're in a really low health situation.
Yeah.
And I kind of paused during that because I intended to go down to less than 50 in the acid just before the Mother Brain 3 to Crystal Flash back up. But it didn't happen. We were really low, so I didn't want a chance dying to something. So I paused it and waited on him to go to Slaughter's refill. It was unfortunate where I was unable to do Suitless Meridia. I was standing there waiting. I grabbed a spike suit off of the noob bridge so that I could spark up Main Street, but then I wasted the spark. I didn't think about needing to go up the tube. I was going to use high jump boots to jump up the tube area, but I didn't have it.
Yeah, we definitely saw that unfortunate spike suit. It actually happened twice, I guess. You got it off of
Yeah,
Dragon.
it did. It happened in Dragon's Come on.
Yeah, we were feeling for you, man. It was a impressive display for sure to get both and whatnot.
Yeah, GG guys. Real quick, Kevnastics pulling off the stand-up glitch right now. With a nice dangerous 2 health during this process.
Yeah, they do have reserve, so that's good. But yeah, SirCabby was sitting over on the exit of Lower Norfair, just kind of hanging out by the acid while Kev did the baby scene there, because he did not want to take a chance on that 1 energy causing them to take a death. That would be very unfortunate. But making his way very easily and calmly, make sure he doesn't hit any rippers and stuff like that. Although they're getting their health back now. You
guys play fast, but you guys play risky.
Well, risky is, I guess, faster, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know where we took any risks at.
Yeah.
Other than the Lower Norfair stuff, which that wasn't really risky because gravity gives you half a
half
reduction.
We were just worried.
And then I saw the E-Tank after Batoon. I'm like, okay, I'll go kill Dragon, come back and get that to refill him during his L run,
This is going to be like 2 or 3 shot Mother Brain.
Yeah, Mother Brain's definitely down. Meanwhile, Bagel Thief, which is another racer kind of off the screen in the same race, has finished. Their partner Lady is not finished yet, so we'll have to see if they come in second place in this team or not.
This looks like a very tight race here between
It looks like Kev got high jump and Varia.
Yes, Varia was in right sandpit in Meridia.
Right. Oh, left sandpit.
Left sandpit.
Yeah, it was left sandpit.
Left sandpit.
And unfortunately, we see one of our off-screen runners forfeit the race.
That is unfortunate. This late, I don't know what happened, but I feel for you. That's unfortunate to have to do that right at the end there. It may have been a soft lock at Mother Brain or something like
They
that.
said worst seed. Yeah, this I will admit this is a really weird seed, and one of our off-screen teams has finished with the official-ish. Well, they didn't do the team done. Oh yeah, they did. With an official time of 41:04, finishing before our on-screen runners.
Yeah. GG's to
GG to
Bagel
Team
Thief.
Lady Bagel.
Yeah, oh yeah, Team Lady Bagel, yes. And right behind them, here comes Kevnastics. They're gonna finish
And their
up.
team finishes with an official SRL time of 41:38.
So you happen to remember where the high jump boots were?
High jump. Oh my.
High jump boots, they were on a right facing Chozo, I think.
Shack Tool? Like
No, it definitely
no, he
wasn't.
faces left.
Yeah, we'll
Or
see.
Plasma?
We'll see if
Plasma
Kevin.
faces left as well.
Yeah.
I think.
We'll
What
see.
we skip? We skip Screw Attack, Shack, Plasma. I think that's it.
Yeah, we'll see if Kevin.
Oh yeah, that
Cabby wanna
does
come
ring a
in.
bell. It was Screw Attack.
Okay.
All right, looks like we will have at least SirCabby to come in for an interview.
Anything else you have RK want to say?
No.
Before we move on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for running. Thanks for putting on a show, giving us a little bit of a heart attacks here and there. SirCabby, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. GG's, sir. How you feeling? How did it go?
It was interesting. We got our suits pretty late. I'm not sure where everyone else was when they got theirs. Kev was awesome. He cleaned up some Meridia for me. I was halfway into Norfair when I finally got Varia, so that was good timing before I had to fight Ridley.
I got to give you credit for that, Cabby. I asked if I should do Plasma or if I should do left sandpit, and Cabby steered me toward left sandpit, and that's where we found Varia. So we would still be going had Cabby not thrown that out there.
Yeah, you guys definitely had that advantage coming out of when Kev was in Torian and you were trying to make your way out of Lower Norfair. You didn't have that constant damage going on. Kuru and RK, at least from our side, I guess they had it handled behind the scenes, but from our side, Kuru was taking constant damage and RK had the baby taking him down to 1 health, and we were like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Oh God.
Yeah, that's a dangerous one. We played a little bit safe there, but
I was gonna say, it looked like Lady Bagel was like super close to us. So I bet you that made it for a really exciting race to watch because they only finished about 30 seconds before we did.
Oh yeah, it's definitely very close between those two teams, for sure.
Hey, so not bad that I learned how to play Dash Randomizer like on the spot, having never done this before.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad at all. No, Spazer had high jump.
Oh, nice.
Wait, no, Spazer was that high jump. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Cabby found high jump, so that was good.
Yeah.
High jump was at Screw Tech. I'm being dumb. Sorry.
So I'm gonna ask you guys two questions here. One for you, maybe Kevnastics is having this be Dash. Did you notice any differences right away? Is there anything you want us to kind of note about Dash?
Yes, I had to smack myself in the forehead several times for checking minor items because I'm used to SM Rat's total randomizer. So, and just talking to Cabby and being like, is this a major? I don't even know what the majors are. What the heck, man? So, like if I wasn't in SM Rat mode, I think we could have cleared this a couple minutes faster, but really fun. I think I'm more suited for this than SM Rat, to be perfectly honest.
Awesome, man.
Chad, one more question for Papa asked the second question. Are you guys gonna team up again in the future, like next week?
I mean, if I have a Sunday free, I don't see any reason why not to if Cabby's into it.
Yeah, I'm definitely game to keep playing. I've raced in these multi-troys now with Shadow and a few others, and Kev's amazing. I watch his stream all the time. So yeah, if he's free and we're both game to do it, that's great. I know that Kev and Papa Schmo have raced as well, so I'm usually pretty open, and whoever wants to join me is welcome to. And was super happy to be able to do it with Kev this week. And I will definitely be back next week and see who's available.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm racing next time, man. I enjoyed
Yeah.
I enjoyed the commentary. I enjoyed doing the restream for sure. But no, I'm racing next time. Tell you something. Anyway, my second question was just a kind of a general for you and for anybody out there watching and maybe hasn't or thinking about doing this or whatever. Like, how was your experience with Multitroid, and what would how easy was it for you to get set up? How did you enjoy it? What would you say to anybody who's thinking about doing this?
Yeah, I mean, the Multitroid like homepage has it pretty well spelled out. If you're on emulator, I know for me it wasn't too hard to figure it all out. I'm pretty new to the community here, so this is also pretty fresh for me. After you do it the first time, it was pretty easy to set up, and yeah, I mean it's pretty nice. I don't know how many people are doing like those. I see the public sessions are posted in Discord, and assuming that just means it's like feel free to jump in and crash this game. But yeah, for like private randos like this, I've been trying to reach out to a few people. I've raced with Dark Jason, like I said, Shadow, Kev now, and maybe one or two other people. And Kuru and RK are great about trying to expand that community as well. And so yeah, once you get it set up, it's a lot of fun. Just a matter of finding the people and the time.
I'm gonna say if I can do it, you can do it, because I'm like a computer dummy, and I've done really great co-op stuff with Papa Schmo. I did a GT Classic and an any percent run with Dark Jason the other day, and that was a really good experience. And with Cabby, we had a really good experience. And it's more user friendly. It's definitely not a scary thing to do. It's pretty easy. I had Papa Schmo teach me how to set it up, so that really helped out. And again, after you do it a couple times, it's really not a big deal. And I think it's super fun. I've had a blast every time I've done it.
Awesome, man. Any on top of that, any last words before we sign this thing off?
Yeah, where can I watch the restream?
Speedruns learned quick. We're gonna post a link to the highlight inside of the announcements channel right after the race concludes. The stream concludes. I got a few last words here. Thank you to Speedruns Learned Quick for letting us be part of their community spotlight program for their very first community spotlight. Thank you to everyone who organizes that, and thank you to all the runners and the viewers who came out here today. Thank you to Papa Schmo for helping me make this possible, as well as our other organizers, Kuru and RKC. Yeah, thanks to everyone, and that's all I have to say.
Right on, man. Yes. Also, thank you to my co-commentator for being here and sharing this adventure with me. Go follow everybody. If you want to see some more action, Multitroid action, come to the Discord if you wanna get involved. And,
Make sure to follow our channel as well. It's Weekly Multitroid Races, easy to find. We'll be restreaming there on next Sunday, and we're working on getting more races throughout the week. So yeah, see you over on our Discord and streams.
awesome. That having said, see everyone next mission.
See you next mission.
Thank you. Next mission.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.